to check out our starting lineups. First for San Antonio, Parker and Danny Green are your 1 and your 2. And in the middle, out of Brazil, taken with a 28th pick back in 2008, the 6'11" pivot man, Thiago Splitter. Then there's Kawhi Leonard, and it's Duncan in at the 4. And for the Heat, Chalmers and D-Wade are the guards. And playing at the 5, the always versatile 6'11" star big man, able to score inside and out, Chris Bosh. And it's LeBron James, and it's Haslam in at the power forward. And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession.
Well, that defense went from poor to no defense at all.
Well, you don't see him miss that shot very often. When he's open like that, it's usually lights out.
You know, I thought San Antonio really was an outstanding team. Fun to watch, excellent at both ends of the floor. But one statistical thing that stood out was they defended at a high level without committing a lot of fouls. That takes discipline and smarts.
And Clark, as you said about that Spurs team, just a team that does not foul very often, doesn't give away free points. And, Steve, they led the league in fewest fouls last season.
Well, that's part of Greg Popovich's mantra. I mean, don't give up anything easy. You can't guard a free throw, obviously. You can't guard a fast break. So important for the Spurs to avoid fouls and take care of the basketball and be efficient offensively, and that helps their D.
Duncan drawing the double team. 6 on the shot clock. Parker drives in, and it's blocked by Bosh. Here's Leonard, and it's Haslam with the rebound.
Boy, after the first 3 misses, I thought they'd give him one here, but they still can't connect.
Well, he really anchors their defense. You know, his teammates can lean on him. They know that he's going to be in the right spot. He's so smart, so skilled. Really the complete package at the defensive end of the floor.
And I also can't get over how much energy he expends rebounding the basketball. He goes all out on the boards every single night.
Well, Miami stormed through the regular season and were viewed as the clear-cut favorites to come out of the East, but it was not as easy as expected. After sweeping Milwaukee, the Bulls gave them a scare, then the Pacers really took them deep all the way to Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals.
And for the Heat, the Pacers were their first real test, it seemed, and they had to survive a win or go home against them. It almost seemed, Clark, to take away any momentum they might have had when they went up against the Spurs in the finals.
You know, it's interesting. When I think of momentum in the playoffs, it doesn't carry over from game to game or series to series. I think each game, Kevin, is really an entity in and of itself. That said, Miami found a way, despite being pushed by the Pacers and being pushed by the Spurs, both to Game 7. It came down to LeBron James's brilliance, but also the hot shooting of a complimentary role-playing winner, Shane Battier.
Here's Diaw. No good with the triple.
Well, they're fortunate. The defense was taking a big chance leaving him that wide open behind the arc.
LeBron, he's guarded by Diaw. Bosh inside. Diaw's there. No good from Bosh. It's Parker with the drive. Can't get it to go. Now here's LeBron. Bosh dishes to Cole. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Well, probably the right play defensively. If you can't get the block, send them to the free throw line. Don't give them an easy 2.
No easy buckets inside. Force free throws and work to keep them out of the lane next time around.
This is his first free throw of the game. He misses the free throw. San Antonio making a switch here. And he's good on the second. Here's Parker. Can't get it to go. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. And off we go. A close game now starting the second quarter.
You know, one of the things about the Heat since the big three has come together is that they've been able to find the right kinds of veteran players to step in and fill specific roles for this team as they've won a couple of championships now.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game. And it's easy to have players wanting to join the Heat when they're competing for an NBA title every season. But, Steve, even then, they find the ones that most fit their offensive and defensive philosophy. And that's when they're going to come up big for them.
Yeah, for sure. This team has done such a good job putting together this roster around LeBron and Wade. You think about Birdman in the playoffs last year, Battier coming in here as a stretch four. They've just found the right players and the right mix, and that's one of the big reasons why this team is back-to-back NBA champs.
Kawhi Leonard's checked in for Manu Ginobili. And Doris Burke has something for us. Hey, Doris.
Well, guys, Spurs head coach Greg Popovich, one of the most respected coaches in the league. As hard as he works, he's never took the game or himself too seriously. Asked about his creativity as a coach, he said, quote, I don't know anything about innovation. Here's my innovation. I drafted Tim Duncan. Okay, end of story. Guys, always a straight shooter.
Thank you, Doris. I would say Coach Popovich sold himself a little bit short. He's a very humble guy. And very well respected.
No, he sure is. And he knows how much Duncan does out there, but we all know what a great coach Pop is.
Clock is at 3. Leonard, no luck. The Heat with the lead. Dwayne Wade on the win. With the shot. Makes the most of the high percentage shot. Wade's got 4 points this quarter.
And Kevin, he's really solidified his role as the closer on this team. You know, Miami struggled to figure out whether they'd go to LeBron or Bosh or Wade at first. I think Wade has become the guy.
Well, I tell you what, it's nice to have two guys that are capable of closing, Steve. And I agree with you, though. His aggressiveness and confidence probably give him a slight edge in closing over LeBron. You can play great defense on him, but he still typically finds a way to get the shot he wants.
Timeout called, the Heat. San Antonio making a switch here. Ginobili's checked in. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter.
Not sure if they're aware of the 2-for-1 opportunity they have.
Well, they need to be.
Here's Allen from 13 feet. It goes down.
Boy, it's no wonder they've got the lead. Their shooting has really picked up here in the second quarter.
You know, you don't expect the team, Steve, to shoot in the 60% range the entire game. But if they can hover around that mark, then they'll run away with this one.
Bonner. Wade is covering. It's Ginobili outside. LeBron grabs the miss. Now here is Haslam. Looking for his first basket still in this one. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. There's Parker with the 3, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. Close game as we wrap up the second quarter.
Now, presented by Sprint.
Happy to.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
And we welcome you back to start the quarter. Players had a chance to get hydrated with Gatorade, and there's certain to be some great basketball ahead for us.
You know, the Spurs really have a cohesive culture, and part of that is something that Greg Popovich has been able to do, and that's being able to join guys together that normally might not hang out. For instance, you had Matt Bonner taking Steven Jackson out to a Coldplay concert last season. One way to help guys get to know each other off the court, and it helps them on the court.
Here's Wade. Back to LeBron. The feed to Wade. Good ball movement here by the Heat. LeBron right side. Inside to Bosh. Passes it to Haslam. LeBron kicks to Bosh. Lock at 6. That's good. And back to Popovich and the Spurs, he really makes a point of getting to know his players and have them get to know one another.
That's right, Kevin. He likes to have his players have a sense of perspective about the world. He wants them to know that there are other things going on besides the NBA. In fact, back in 2012, he had the players watching the presidential debates together.
Textbook example there of how to use defense to create offense.
Yeah, beautiful transition play after the steal all the way to the basket.
Wasted no time going from defense to offense.
Yeah, it feels like they're starting to pick up the intensity as the game itself starts to get a little more tight and close.
And Doris Burke has a report for us from the sideline.
Yes, Kevin, a lot of the Spurs' success is because they are able to manage the cap so well. It comes from them getting their key players to take just a little less when they renew their contracts. Tony Parker explained, quote, I think it's just the atmosphere here, the family atmosphere. For me personally, why I did it was because deep down in my heart, I know Pop will take care of me until the end of my career. Seems that it's worth a few extra dollars to have that kind of security, guys.
Great leadership from the top on down. And Doris, credit the players for really buying in. Boris Diaz checked in for the Spurs. Parker double-teamed. Duncan. Bellinelli passes to Diaz. Misses from short range.
Well, even for a guy not known for his ability to attack the rim, I mean, he's got to lay that one in.
For Miami, they have hit half their free throws in this one, going 3 of 6 so far. That free throw good from Wade. And the Spurs making a change here. And he makes both free throws.
Now, he's definitely the guy they want at the line in this situation. He loves these kinds of moments.
And Bellinelli kicks to Ginobili. Here's the screen. The dish now to Bellinelli. Back to Ginobili. Fades back. Offline. The third quarter comes to a close. And thanks for joining us again as the fourth quarter of play is set to get rolling. It's been a close battle to this point. The Heat leading by 5. LeBron kicks to Anderson. Dishes to Battier. Feeds it to LeBron. Pass to Allen. Makes the lead pass. It's stolen by Duncan. In transition, here comes San Antonio. And it's Miami with the rebound. Battier kicks to LeBron. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
Well played right there, and you can feel the momentum changing.
I think this lead will continue to move upward unless something unforeseen happens.
Spurs trail by 7. It's Parker with the drive. And that one's good.
I love when he takes the ball inside. That's when he seems to really get on a roll.
Allen dishes to Anderson, and he banks in the lane.
The delivery in the lane just perfectly done.
Spurs shooting around 24%. Not a good showing here. He feeds it to Ginobili. Fires the jumper from the corner and nails it. Here's Miami now, leading by 5. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Here's Allen. And that one's good.
Well, he's so good at recognizing where the openings are and getting the ball to the rim.
For San Antonio, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. It's good. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5. Heat have gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Well, at least the defender got his money's worth on that one.
Yep, that was an easy whistle for the official.
The Spurs making a switch here. And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there.
I'm sure he would have liked to have had all of those, but he still padded their lead a little bit at least.
The offensive rebound. Second shot opportunity. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Yeah, the defender draped all over him.
Pretty plain and simple. Got him good there.
Dwayne Wade's checked in for Ray Allen. And Parker drops them both. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. And he commits the intentional foul. Good on the first, and that puts them up by 5. So he gets them both, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Perfectly done at the stripe there, and that brings their lead up to an even more comfortable level.
Outside, Ginobili. Yes! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Well, you can't leave him alone, especially from long range.
And so they foul intentionally. It's the first that gives them a 4-point cushion. And so both free throws are good. And it's a 5-point game.
That was a critical trip to the stripe. They have a 2-possession lead now.
Lets the 3 fly. And it's Miami with the rebound. And here is Chalmers. Good D by Parker. Outside Leonard. The pass to Ginobili. From outside the arc. And it's blocked by Bosch. No good. And so it's Miami winning this one. It was a solid win, Clark.
Yeah, it was, and I think it came down to will more than skill. They went out and got this one.
And that about wraps it up for Clark.